Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Throwback Thursday. Today we're going back to 2015, 10 years ago, and we're opening 2015 Chrome. This is a hobby box, which back then probably cost like $100 when it was released. Nowadays, if you want to grab one of these boxes, I think the cheapest on eBay right now is about $315. I was able to pick this box up at the card show at the Washington Crown Center about a month ago for $200. Really great price on that one. So I sold it to Mark Penn for just a slight markup to cover the fees, and we're going to see what we can find in this. So altogether, there's going to be 24 packs, 4 cards per pack, 96 cards in the box. There's 200 cards in the base set, and hopefully those 2 autos are notable names. You see Chris Bryant is on the front of the box. He was the big rookie back in 2015. A lot of you guys think 2015, okay, Francisco Lindor is the guy we're looking for. Now, Lindor is not in the base set, but he does have a short print. There are, I believe, 5 rookies that were short printed and put into Topps Chrome. It's Noah Syndergaard, Francisco Lindor, Byron Buxton, Joey Gallo, and Carlos Correa. Just kind of think how they do with Series 2 when they put those short prints in there each year. Same deal with this. So let's go ahead and open this up and see if we can get one of those short prints and see if we can get maybe a really nice autograph or 2 for Mark. Mark, thanks for taking this one. And everybody, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hope everyone's having a very pleasant Thursday out there on this Throwback Thursday. Let's get all these packs out and see what we've got going on. Again, 24 packs. I like the 2015 design. It's very modern for the time. I remember buying a couple of these boxes, and we start off with Max Scherzer. Blaster boxes was what I was buying in 2015. I would always buy the newest product. And 2015 is about the time when I started to come back around into cards. And then we launched the channel the next year in 2016, 9 years ago, and the rest is history. Nothing too crazy in that one. Max Scherzer in there. We got Deontay Navarro next up. Kevin Gossman also is in there. There we go, a refractor of Christian Walker. It's a rookie card. Not numbered. And Cargo, good old Carlos Gomez. Man, we used to hate him in Pittsburgh. He used to always seem to want to fight with our players back around this time frame. 2015 was a sweet spot. If you're a Pirates fan, that was our last good year. We had made the wild card in 2013, 14, and 15. There's Yachty, future Hall of Famer for sure. And that future star, that's a nice looking card right there. I like Dalton Pompey a lot. I wish he was still around. He didn't last for very long. I saw the Blue Jays against the Cleveland Indians at the time in Cleveland, and when he was walking off the field after batting practice, he threw me his batting gloves, which was really cool. I don't know where they are now, and I feel like I should have them. There's Jake Lamb, rookie card. I think he's still around. He hasn't been around for a while. I believe last time he surfaced, he was with the Pirates at AAA, maybe last year. But Jake Lamb had some good seasons, and he has not given up the dream. He hasn't appeared in the big leagues for a few years. But Jake Lamb right there once, let's see, he once had a 30 home run season in 2017. He looked like he was the real deal. And then just totally disappeared. And he was with the Pirates last year. Hit 264 for us in AAA. Now he's with the Giants at their AAA, and he's 34 years old. There's David Wright. Great player right there. Probably would have been a Hall of Famer if his career wasn't cut short by that spinal stenosis. I always liked David Wright. Got some good memories of watching him in the Home Run Derby when it was at PNC Park. Him and Ryan Howard facing off. There's Hunter Pence and Matt Barnes, rookie card, with Mark Teixeira in there as well. No short print yet, no autograph yet, but the autos will be coming. There's Michael Franco, rookie card. John Papelbon, we've got Edwin Encarnacion. Always liked watching him. Him and Joey Bats together were a good 1-2 punch up there. And there's the richest minor leaguer ever, Rusney Castillo's on a big contract, and then the Red Sox never wanted to bring him to the big leagues because when he would come to the big leagues and play on their team, it would count against their salary cap, and then they would be hit with a massive luxury tax. So he spent years wasting away in AAA and just dominating, but that's the way it goes. He hasn't appeared in the big leagues since 2016. And he's played the minors, and he's still playing right now. He's actually in the Mexican League right now and playing this season. And not too bad, hitting 367 currently. And he's still only 37 years old. So next one up, we've got Adam Jones starting this one off. And a little prism refractor of Michael Kadire. Sean Doolittle right there. And there's your big rookie. It's Chris Bryant. Of course, Chris Bryant no longer a top rookie, but back in the day, this was a big card. I'll save it for Mark. The Chris Bryant, he is, he went to Colorado on that $187 million contract or whatever it was, and just has not been able to stay healthy. Hurt all the time, hurt again this year, being booed at home by the fans, hitting 154 this year in limited action. And I don't know, maybe that's just going to be the end of his career, and he's going to be one of these guys, like Mike Trout, except not quite to that extreme. Mike Trout's not quite to the extreme as Chris Bryant is, but some of these guys hit their 30s. Chris Bryant, he came to Colorado at age 30, and he has just not done anything since. It's just the curse of the 30s for some of these good players. It's not happened with guys like Andrew Jones. Other guys fell off like King Felix and so on. There's Nelly Cruz. He's the opposite. Nelson Cruz didn't do much in his 20s and then just took off in his 30s. Dustin Pedroia, and, man, I was hoping that was going to be an auto. It's a good card, though. Rodano Ventura, Chrome Commencements. It's a cool card. He was actually, unfortunately, killed in a automobile accident, which kind of really sucks. No longer around. There's Mike Moustakas in there as well. Next pack up on this Throwback Thursday, we've got the Milkman. Melky Cabrera, Charlie Blackman refractor. He's now retired. Sammy Tuiviala, probably said the name wrong. I used to know how to say it. And Brandon Phillips, good old BP. He's another guy that tried to extend his career out. Brandon Phillips, after nobody wanted to sign him because he was just old, wasn't good anymore, he went and he played in indie ball, so independent ball. And I remember he rolled up to play against the Washington Wild Things, which is our local independent league team. And he was always pretty cool. Brandon Phillips, he's too old now to be playing anymore. I'm checking his stats to see if he's still around. Let's see. He appeared in 2022. He played 4 years in indie ball, hit 250 at the age of 41 with 4 home runs. Didn't want to give up the dream. Got to respect that. Brandon Phillips made all that money, but still wanted to keep playing for the love of the game. Russell Martin, I used to like him a lot. And Anthony Rizzo. Anthony Rizzo probably could have had a job if he would have accepted a minor league contract, but did not want to take a big pay cut. So, I don't know. We might not see Rizzo anymore. Next one up, Corey Kluber, the Klubot. And our first numbered card is coming up. It's going to be the autograph right now of Samuel Tuivailala. Right there. Purple to 250. How about that one? Great signature on card. And thank goodness, it's number 250, that Chrome used to give you 2 autos. This is not the only autograph. Nowadays, it's just 1 auto. You're one and done. But back then, you used to get more than 1 auto. 2 in a hobby, 5 in a jumbo. And the boxes used to be more autos and way less expensive than they are now. There's Corey Kluber. It's a refractor, Tommy La Stella, and we've got Michael Wacha in there as well. Halfway through the box, 1 autograph down from Mark. Let's see what else we got coming up. Clayton Kershaw, future Hall of Famer right there. Hey, if you get a chance to see him pitch, you better go do it because he's not going to be around too much longer. Prism refractor, rookie of Michael Taylor, and future Hall of Famer Manny Machado. See guys like Kershaw and Scherzer and Verlander, they're on their last leg. Injuries are just mounting up, and it's getting harder and harder for them to bounce back. Billy Hamilton, a lot of people thought he might be able to challenge Ricky Henderson. He was so fast, but just could never get on base to steal those bags. And Steven Souza right there as well. Next one up, Aramis Ramirez. Pirates used to have him. He was once our big name, and then they traded him for Brant Brown, which is like the worst trade ever. Yeah, it was just terrible. We had him for a few years. Pirates let him go in that trade in 03, even though we could have had him for another year. And then after he left us, he just went off. Had a great career, Aramis Ramirez. He actually would circle back after. He's not on here yet, but he would come back to the Pirates for, I think, 1 final year, which is pretty nice. At the end of his career, there's Dallas Keuchel and Ken Giles, former closer right there. Next one up on this Throwback Thursday, we got Jacob deGrom right there, 2015, a second-year card. Man, if he would have just been healthy, he could have been a Hall of Famer. He's been a guy, got a late start to his career, didn't really start up until he was like 26 or so. And, and then had some dominating seasons. He's having a good year this year, though. Hopefully he can stay healthy. There's Jose Altuve, future Hall of Famer right there for sure. And Terrence Gore, man, the case of Terrence Gore. This is a guy, I love the back of his card. I wish we could see it here, but, it's not his full record. They basically stopped letting him hit. And he basically only played to just be a pinch runner and steal bases. That was his whole thing. Terrence Gore, now, of course, retired. Career, 74 at-bats. career stolen bases, 43 stolen bases. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah, he actually has more games played than plate appearances. More games played than at-bats. Kind of an interesting stat. We once saw that in the 70s with, like, what, Herb Washington? But he got to play in the playoffs quite a bit because of that. He was pretty valuable. It has 2 World Series rings for it. He was with the Royals in 2015 when they won the World Series, and he was with the Braves in, 2021? Jose Fernandez right there and Dilson Herrera. All right, we got a couple left here. See what else we can find. Carlos Rodon rookie card. Look at that sleeved up. He's still around, doing pretty well. Ian Desmond and Scooter Gennett. We got 1 stack left after this pack and 1 autograph left to be found. Derek Jeter, that's a good card. I like that. Derek Jeter Prism Refractor. It's got, I think that might be the, is that the final stat line for Jeter? 3,465 hits. Derek Jeter, that's a great card right there. I always hate it when there's, they used to do this all the time in the 70s, 80s. They have like an all-timer, and then they wouldn't make their final card. They retire, like, for example, Hank Aaron. There's no card that exists of Hank Aaron with his 755 home runs on the back. Like the last Hank Aaron card we get is what, like 1976 Topps or something like that? But yeah, that is Jeter's last ever card for his last year, but Hank Aaron, yeah, he played in 76, hit 10 home runs, but they didn't make a 77 Topps card of him for whatever reason. Kind of stupid. You got to wrap up the story, Topps. You got to wrap up the story to get that last stat line out there on the back of those cards. And who wouldn't want to have a Hank Aaron over some random bum middle relief pitcher just to fill out the 792 card set, you know? Well, we got 1 final stack here. Let's see what we can find. There's going to be an autograph coming up here. There's John Holdscomb from back in the day, and it looks like we got a green coming up. And is it going to be an auto? It's David Peralta. Very nice. Numbered to 99 right there on the green. I'll take that one. Evan Longoria. He's now retired. He signed a 1-day contract to come back with the Rays and retire officially with them. We haven't seen him in the big leagues for over a year now, but it's pretty cool when teams allow their big former stars to do that. Jonathan Lucroy. Evan Gattis, former janitor right there, turned MLB solid, you know, I don't know if I'd call him a star, but solid player. And Robbie Cano, who would have been a surefire Hall of Famer if not for his steroids. You know, caught multiple times. Could have been a 3,000 hit guy, not for the suspensions. There's Dalton Pompey rookie card once again. David Price. And what do we got here? Look at this. Gallery of Greats. That's a sweet looking card right there. I wonder how rare those are. A Gallery of Greats insert of Bryce Harper. Very beautiful card right there. I don't know if it's going to tell us on the packs what the odds of finding maybe this insert are. Get it sleeved up and see. You used to be able to just look at the back and see all this, which is pretty nice. Like, oh, Gallery of the Greats. I wonder what that is. I wonder what my odds of this or that is. You got all the different parallels on there. Gallery of Greats, 1 in 24 packs. Isn't that nice? Just look at the back of the pack and be able to tell. So about 1 per box on those. Not too shabby. Got Mike Trout on the back. Very nice. And there's the other hit. It's a Jason Rogers. Not a big name. Jason Rogers on-card auto to wrap up the autograph portion of the box. And there he is. Mike Trout in his prime. Diving in there. Card number 51 of the set. I mean, I can't believe they couldn't give him like one of the big numbers. Typically, the players, they'll that are like great, they'll give him card number 1, 100, 200, 50, 150, stuff like that. But he didn't earn a spot yet, I guess, even though he was well on his way. Future Hall of Famer there, Mike Trout. And we are just about done. We got 2 more packs left here. Let's see what we've got. Hopefully maybe something else numbered. There's Troy Tulowitzki. Starling Marte. He's still around. I like Starling Marte. Melky, the Milkman for the second time. And Chase Utley, probably a future Hall of Famer right there. Even though I never thought it when he was playing, I think that he'll probably end up getting in. Nick Swisher in this last pack. Xavier Scruggs, Prism. He's on MLB Network all the time in the morning on the morning show with Steve Phillips. Always listen to that on the way to work. George Springer Gold Cup and Luis Alberto Bonilla wraps it up. So unfortunately, no short print of Frankie Lindor, the other 4 short prints that you could find. They probably fall about once per 12 boxes or so, once per case. Sometimes that's the way it goes with those short prints. But fun to try to look. So, Mark, thank you very much for taking the spot. I really appreciate that. And everybody, thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you can check us out on Whatnot. We've got some shows coming up. They're all linked in the description for this video. You can go bookmark them all if you want to go and sell your own stuff on Whatnot. There's a code for you. Use that code, sign up, and they will give you up to $150 for free. All you do is go live, make sales, and they will match what you sell. So if you sell, I don't know, even if you go to Walmart and just pick up some blaster boxes and sell, I don't know, say you get 5 blaster boxes, you sell them for $30 a piece, that's $150. Well, guess what? Whatnot will match that. So now for those 5 blasters, you will get $300. $150 that you earned, and then an additional $150 in free money from Whatnot. So take advantage of that deal if you want to try it out. If you're sick of your listing sitting on eBay forever and not selling and doing all the work that you did, taking pictures, writing descriptions and all that crap, paying fees, just go live on Whatnot and be like, okay, guys, we're going to do a lot. Let's see, this, start at $1, run it, and see if you can make some sales that way. Won't hurt anything. It's free to sign up. And that's all I got to say about that for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Thursday, and I'll talk to y'all later. Good night, everybody.